These all are the best new release anime games that I would like to recommend for you all. It's because the game is available to download on Play Store and App Store officially. With so many genres that I would like to share, so as a player you will have more options. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best New Anime Games Available to Download on Play Store and App Store 2025. BlazBlue Entropy Effect. This game is one of the best new anime action games on mobile. Even if it's just a side-scrolling, but you can't underestimate the gameplay because the mechanism is quite complex. So you need to combine some action of dash, jumping, and basic attack to create a different attack action, and it's pretty effective on any condition. We will need to be more active in navigation and controlling the main hero because the enemy will come from a different direction. I love how the main character design looks, with blonde hair and a great sword. Just remind me of a character from a certain anime. Everything seems pretty perfect. Unfortunately, the storyline needs to give an extra credit, because it's quite blended since it only has a little story. You will get an extra difficult level once you face the boss stages, because his movement is unpredictable. The only key to win is reflex and response. BlazBlue Entropy Effect is the best anime game RPG for mobile. Goddess Order, one of the best new release anime games with a beautiful crafting pixel art style that looks advanced from a new visual looks. I've never seen any pixel art game that looks as promising as this game. Seriously, the storyline will represent how the gameplay is, with so many scenes that will describe how the story goes and even supported with a voiceover of each character that perfectly tells us how the main gameplay is. Well done, Dev. It's not about the story only, but once you play the combat, then you will realize how the player is getting more enthusiastic. We can place and deploy 3 main heroes on the team's lineup, switch the hero and also make a chain combo once the gauge meter reach the maximum limit. Every hero can unleash heavy damage by holding down the basic attack, but it will consume some stamina. Don't worry, it will recharge frequently. For me, Goddess Order is 10 to 10 game anime RPG on mobile. Alterna World Blue Exorcist Another. I never knew about this anime before, but through this anime game, finally I know how this anime existing. So this is the best way for any anime creators to port his movie into a mobile games. So more audience will notice about the actual anime. The game's combat mechanism is an open world based concept where the player can explore such a huge world. Unfortunately, there is no pad, no mount to ride, and even no warp features to do a teleportation. With no auto attack and no auto pathfinding concept, making the player spend more time to reach a further location within a few minutes. I really hope the developer will add some mounts or make the objective mission even closer. So it's going to be way more effective and more efficient. The game's combat mechanism is hack and slash with a switching based system. We can unleash the other's ultimate skill as a support skill or switch your main hero to adjust your fighting style. Kaiju No, the game. What an excellent game. I love how the game just set the graphic into the highest setting even since we started the game from the beginning. It shows us how confident the developer is about the game's optimization they did, and the result is shocking because it's perfectly run in 60 FPS in a stable condition without any single laggy. So the gameplay is a turn-based system where the character only has 2 main active actions. The regular attack will recharge the ultimate gauge meter, but also the regular skill does not really give a huge difference from the damage number. Sometimes it's becoming confusing once we try to decide between unleashing a little stronger damage of the regular skill or dealing a basic attack and recharge a slightly gauge meter. But overall, I would give a huge appreciation because the developer successfully make it become 100% playable for any point level. Seven Knights Rebirth. This game is phenomenal even though it's pretty popular already, but the developer are so kind on giving a legendary hero easily. Even you will get a guarantee of a legendary hero once you pull 100 times in gacha. We can select what heroes we will have for a higher chance to get. I'm really satisfied with the game's progress, especially from the previous version to the newest version. It's way better from the animation, skill showcase, character design looks so proportional and not a chibi anymore. If you really want to play an idle, AFK, RPG or a casual game, then I would straight to recommend this game. So before you start the combat, then you can manage which skill you should prepare first as a QE. Every enemy will have a different hero's element, so we need to find out the enemy's weaknesses to maximize the damage. Best anime game RPG on mobile. Blade and Soul Heroes. Overall, I love the game's concept, but I think the developers are way too ambitious to create a new anime game. Unfortunately, they can't maximize the game's potential. Even though the game is just a new release, it got such a weird score. It's because a lot of players didn't get a good experience while playing it. Especially the frame rate per second is not really stable. Seriously, you need a high endpoint level to run the game on the highest setting. But through this video, you will see how good the game is when it's run in ultra graphic because my phone has a Snapdragon Elite processor. But sometimes I feel the FPS drop as well. Seriously, the developer need to optimize it more. The game's combat mechanism are an auto battle. Just need to tap the attack button, then the hero will automatically approach the nearest target. Persona 5, The Pentamix. Surprisingly, this most popular anime franchise come to mobile and I'm so satisfied with the game's result. It was so good. It has 100% authentic pace on the actual version of the Persona series, so you will be so familiar with the font style, font color, character design, and how the music is. Well represent that franchise. Well done, Dev. I really hope it will give a huge answer to the player who does not believe in the mobile version. This game has an open world base with a single player concept. We should try to clear the objective main storyline to know about the current condition. The game's combat mechanism are a turn-based system with a similarity of gameplay, where the player can summon a spirit into the battle and raise your damage power multiple times bigger. Crystal of Atlan. I think this game is the most popular action hack-and-slash game that was released in a few months. I didn't find any ARPG game that can stand against it, from the combat level, how smooth the movement set is, and how amazing the game looks. The character design is the first priority why I really love to play it. All of the heroes' appearance looks so stunning and cool. Every hero will have an option to promote into a better classes once you reach a certain level. Actually, it's not a single player because you can see and meet the other player while you are at a city or plaza. Making a dialogue in a world message is possible as well. Explore the city and upgrade your main hero by visiting the blacksmith or store would be the best way to increase your hero's combat power. I think I don't have to explain more because this game is pretty popular and I'm sure you have ever seen it or at least tried it before. The number of the players who are downloading this game reach 1 million players. It's insane. Dragon Raja ReArise. We all know how Dragon Raja MMO was, right? But right now, the developer decided to create such a different games genre even though both of the games have 360 degrees differences. It's kind of a AFK and idle base. Even in combat, you don't have to touch any single button. All of the action like basic attack and skill will be launched automatically once the gauge meter reaches the maximum. The only thing we should be concerned about is preparing the hero's team lineup and how we should upgrade the hero's power. I am sure you will easily fall in love with the gameplay visualization because the skill looks so dynamic and so intense. As a gacha anime game, it's kind of a no pay to win game because I can easily get SSR hero freely without spending any single penny. Samurai Showdown R. This anime game will be so good as a remake because I remember how this game launched on mobile before, but suddenly it just disappeared. But after a few years, then this version is coming up with better gameplay and wider area, making the player enjoy it more. It just needs a very low end spec phone to run it. As the game name, it has a samurai game base. All of the character selection will represent a samurai concept. The gameplay lets the player get into the dungeon and clear the mission, but also some of the enemies will respawn randomly along the open world. If you have low-end devices, then this game is my recommendation. These all are the best new release anime games on mobile that's available to download now. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.